Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream today. Uh, we'll be ready here in a moment. Kind of, oh, fuck. Oh. We'll be ready here in a moment. We're I'm waiting on something to get done cooking in the microwave real fast. But we're I'm also getting up the original, we're getting the playlist for the trailers up for Dawntrail. Because we're going to go through each trailer today, and we also got preliminary notes. So, we've got a lot to cover before we get actually get into the gameplay. We've got a decent amount of stuff today. But, well, my thought process is kind of all screwed up. Hope everybody's doing well today. Hope everything is going great for everybody. And I'll be right back in a second. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and pull up the Dawntrail. Well, first Dawntrail trailer. Now, I won't be showing the. I won't be re-showing the last one they did, only because of how spoilery it is, and I'll put in quotes. I'll be showing like the CG trailers. So, let's get going. Alright, so, first things first. And then, I love picture in picture so much. And we're going to swap these around. Swap. Still trying to figure out one thing with this to allow it to, like, actually swap the gameplay around to be down there. But, one step at a time. Alright, here we go. Let's go. And before we get going too far, this is the first trailer they showed at the Las Vegas Fan Fest. Me and a few friends were actually outside of the convention center for Fan Fest there, since we didn't get tickets, and we just kind of watched it on the phone. But yeah, let's go over it. Time, once upon a time. Take
Ah, blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Might you have a moment to speak further?
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tural.
Alright, so that was the one that was at the Las Vegas one. That was the US Fan Fest one. That was the initial look we got at Dawntrail, essentially. Before then, because I think this came out like 6.4 or 5. Or at the start of 6.5. Somewhere around in that region. And we had no clue. We were still dealing with Golbez and the void stuff. But that was that trailer. Now the next one, I think, came out in the European Fan Fest. This one. I think the extended teaser came out during the European Fan Fest. If I'm not mistaken. By then, I think we were close to 6.55. We are at 6.5 already came out. And we were getting close to 6.55. But we weren't quite there yet. So, let's go through this one.
Time, no more once upon a time. Take flight, find your wings and spread them wide.
Ah, blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
Different track. Right now, a little bit more of a look of the area.
Come now. There's no cause for panic. This one might make for a worthy opponent.
being a badass.
Might you have a moment to speak further?
I think this is also where they revealed Viper. It was a kind of sick reveal, I'm not gonna lie. It's also where...
At last, we have come to the land you call the New
Oh,
World.
no. This isn't where they did.
My home. Tural.
I think they had a voice. No, they had that in the, like, the actual one. In the previous one, too. So, like, this is where they... I also think they also, no, I think they revealed the Xbox one at the US one. The Xbox stuff, the US one. If I recall correctly. No? Alright, wait. No, maybe they did the European one. I don't know. I can't remember on that one. But, the expansion, this is where they revealed Viper. And kind of a little bit more of where we're going. Which kind of was nice to actually see a little bit more. But the last trailer, the last one kind of was like, yeah, there we go. So let's pull that one up. Alright, this is the last trailer. And I think this is the one they showed at the JP Fan Fest. I think it also has a reveal of Pictomancer in it. This was the last CG trailer we got. This is the one that's probably going to show up in the actual Dawntrail like title. When you let it sit for too long. This will be the one that it shows. Much like, you know, the last CG trailer for Endwalker. It's that one, etc., etc. But, let's go. Let's go. It's kind of like everything's gotten clearer to each one.
Take flight, find your wings and spread them wide.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
The Iron Belt. Not glad he comes with us. Not gonna lie. He definitely made an impression in Endwalker. This isn't much different than what we saw in the previous trailer.
Come now. There's no cause for panic.
Pretty much still kind of like the same. Slow down just a little.
This one might make for a worthy opponent.
Star Diamond. Now, why Stadium's there, I don't know. Might be doing something for, beef wrap, there we go. The Nutkins. Doesn't do nothing but Nutkins.
Might you have a moment to speak further?
There's the Viper reveal again. Wait, not gonna lie, that's probably gonna be the first, like, one of the... I'll level that first before I level Picto. The Viper looks pretty slick, I'm not gonna lie. I love the whole dual blade thing that's got going on. Like, it's just cool. Alright, hold on.
Come to the land you call the New World. My home. Tural.
Hold up, wait a minute. Did I click on the same one twice? I think I did. Yes, I did. I'm dumb. Don't worry about me, guys. I'm just stupid. There we go. That's much clearer and much more rocky. Now this is the last trail. This is the one I think is fantastic.
Ah, blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
A little bit slower. A little bit more rocky. These freaking waterfall maps, I do have to say, it's giving me a vibe of something from 1.0. I'll bring that up
Come
soon.
now. There's no cause for panic. This one might make for a worthy opponent.
Up we go, and down again. Yeah, much of this is tilt set. The Nutkin.
Might you have a moment to speak further?
Now, this is the one they will show when the actual like video plays on the title screen. Get a little bit more of the battle of Go Jaw. There we go. Pick going, deal. The whole thing with Pixel Bears was like, what? We were running. This is everybody else. Hey, what's up, bro? Are you ready for them prelim notes? I'm about ready to go over them prelim notes.
There. Look, my friends.
And they finally fixed one. I saw in there they
Behold the
finally
scene
fixed
of our
one
next
thing.
great adventure.
You and your adventures.
And this is like a specific part two.
I trust you have not forgotten the true purpose of our voyage.
At last, we are come to the land you call the New World.
That's why I showed off Walk-a-Lot.
My home. Tura.
Well, they're calling them rock cows. So, I thought it was. And what's funny is they kept them hidden on the ship the entire time. I'll give them a little credit on that one. But yeah, that was, I think that was the JP Fan Fest one. They didn't have an exact release date at that time either. Which was kind of a little weird. Because usually by like the last one, they're like, yeah, it's this. So essentially when the title card actually, you know, you let it sit too long, it'll play this trailer with, it won't have all this, the advertisement stuff in it. It'll just be like the actual, like, title thing. But now we move on to the next part of this. The preliminary notes for 7.0. So, let's put it this way. A lot of it's not going to have much in terms of story-related stuff because it's preliminary notes. So, it's going to have certain things and not other things. So, that's what we're going to look at now. Once I switch it over. I gotta switch it over in two places. First off, Barrett. Second off, one second, working on it. And here we go. Dawntrail, patch 7.0 notes preliminary. We've got a bit to go over. So let me pull it up on let me pull the actual thing up on my screen here. I can actually full screen this bad boy. There we go. Alright. Wow, that actually really messed with the resolution on this. Wait, 1 second, hold up. it made it... I can just zoom in. What am I doing? There we go. Okay. It is with great pleasure we present the preliminary patch notes for Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Pack your bags and ready your gear, for a grand new journey awaits. Additional features will be implemented in future updates. The new raid, the Arcadian, is scheduled to release in patch 7.01, so we will not have the Arcadian to start off with. The new raid, Arcadian Savage, and the treasure hunt instance, C-Note Jaja Garul, are scheduled to release in patch 7.05. So we won't have that for a while either. Please remember to confirm early access details. So, early access details means you're going to need to punch in the code. You're going to need to make sure you get make sure you have your key, your CD key that you get from either your email, Square Enix, or on, I think you can check it. I still haven't seen it yet, but I'm pretty sure when early access comes around, we're able to do it on Steam. They'll give us the key on Steam. I'm fairly certain. Unless they're just doing that for both sides of the fence on this one. But that wouldn't make any sense. Just to verify this, I am going to check mine. We'll see real quick. We will see real fast. But I'm pretty sure it's going to show up on Steam. For those who use the Steam ones, it's going to show up on Steam. And for those who bought it from the Square Enix store, then it's going to show up on your email. They were sending them out Monday. So they sent them out yesterday, or working on sending them out yesterday. So we'll see what happens there. Alright. So this is the Dawntrail launch trailer. We're not going to be looking at that because it's spoiler heavy, so we're just going to be going through some stuff. They do a little breakdown of things, which I feel like I need to go over again. So 2.x, these editions, which is interesting because I'm fairly certain they're lumping Stormblood into 2.x now. Because Stormblood used to be 4x. You know what? Hold up a sec. We're going to hide this for a second. I want to pull something up just to actually verify my thought process here. 6.0 notes. We're gonna go back in expansion. Just hiding it so that one, cause yeah. Hold up, that is right. So they're like, this is the Endwalker ones. So back in Endwalker, this was still 4x for Stormblood. Now it's getting lumped in with 2x. So that's interesting, but it's probably because of the whole free trial thing where they've actually got it all the way up to Stormblood now, that they're just doing that because it'd be the entire set. Because 1x would be 1.0, which is dead and gone. 2x is A Realm Reborn. 3x would have been Heaven's Word. And 4x is Stormblood. That's how they originally were when it came to this. But since they're combining all the previous, like, they're starting to combine the previous expansions into 2x. So it's kind of got a weird numbering thing going on. But okay. So, yeah, so they've lumped Stormblood into 2x now. So it's now involved in 2x. So 2x. These additions or adjustments require the purchase and registration of Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, Final Fantasy XIV: Heavensward, and Final Fantasy XIV: Stormblood. Which realistically, I don't think you can get those individually anymore. As far as I'm aware. I think if you buy like the starter edition, you get those. You get all those to start off with. I don't know. It's like they're always weird about that. But and then 5x would be Shadowbringer, 6x is Endwalker, and 7x is now Dawntrail. So let's go down and we'll see what they've added. They've added the new cities of Tulial. That's Solution 9. Then you have Urkapaka, Kazumauka, Yaktel, Shaloni, Heritage Found. Which the interesting thing about Heritage Found was that they kind of had something that, at least through a screenshot, resembled Alexandria. Which I found interesting. New city and field aetherytes have been added, which, by the way, which is cool. I like the designs of both of these aetherytes now. That one is definitely like a Mayan inspired, and that is just like some highly futuristic looking. It's kind of similar. This is similar to the boss we fought in the no. What is it called? Hold up. I can pull up that real quick. It's in one of the dungeons. I think it actually wasn't. Maybe it is a heaven. Yeah, I think it's the Heavensward. It was a dungeon Heavensward. They have like two variants of it. They have a hard mode and Stormblood, which is weird. No, it's Fractal Continuum. I don't remember if it's normal or hard mode. Because hard mode was weirdly in Stormblood. Yeah, Fractal Continuum, you're hard with the Stormblood. I don't remember which one had it. But, one of those two had like a Tombstone style boss, and that kind of reminds me of that. Gonna take you for a ride. That's stuck in my head. Character select screen from freaking Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Where'd you go? There. And the number of Aether Currents in all Endwalker areas has been reduced, which they're just following suit with the previous expansions. They just cut the number of Aether Currents down. I think they half them. I think it goes from like 8 to 4. How many Aether Currents are there now? I'll check. It's under travel. Aether Currents. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now it goes from 10 to. They knock it down from 10 to 4. They did that with all the previous areas. So it takes 6 off. So there's 6 less Aether Currents you have to pick up, but you still have to do all the quests though. So then quests. Everybody going to until the all stuff. See, new side story quests and not new side quests. And this is the one that we're talking about that adds in the Fantasia. Side story quests at 10.0 the automatic level adjustment. So you can always get good EXP from that. Certain side story quests do not use quest sync. And let's see. This is actually in Thanalin. So it's called Bottle Fantasy. Any class or job at level 1. Old Daw steps at the Medicine Merchant. Players must first complete the main scenario quest, the Scions at the 7th Dawn. So, AR's MSQ. Pretty much. Like, just the main MSQ, not the actual, patch stuff, I think. No, wait. Scions at the 7th Dawn, I think. That's not the main scenario. It's not the end of the main scenario. But, you have to get in the main scenario a little bit. So that one actually adds it in way earlier. Interesting. So, you do that quest, you get your Fantasia. So this is actually adding Fantasia lore into the world. So, then they've added new role quests. And, it starts off, level 90, but you gotta progress to a certain point in the Dawntrail Maint scenario. And then they're gonna be, it's pretty much for each class. You got each category of class. You got tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer. So, it's all fine and dandy there. And then additional quests will be unlocked upon completing the entirety of the main scenario and all 5 role quest series. But that's not till a future update, so it will happen. And then they've also added in the new jobs, Viper and Pictomancer. Enter the Viper, starts off level 80. And it's in Old Da, and then you have the Joy of Pictomancy, which is in Old Gridania. Both of those need to be level 80 to start, and then you'll be able to, throw magical paint at people, or slice them and dice them with 2 blades. So, that's the idea. And then Wachumeki Meki deliveries have been added. Now, what this is it's similar to like in the previous 2 expansions. You had the Crystalline Mean and Shadowbringers, and you had the Studium ones in Endwalker. So it's pretty much just the same thing in that regard. You go through, you do enough. In this case, it's weird. You're still showing purple scripts. Purple scripts are supposed to disappear anyway. So, wait, no. I think purple's replacing white. I don't know, man. I don't know on that one. But either way, you turn in X amount of item, then you progress. That's pretty much what it is. Now, requested materials can only be collectible while undertaking each quest. Furthermore, these materials will not be listed in the gathering or fishing log, but appear in the duty list. And pretty much you can confirm where they're at through the journal. What's interesting is it's a little bit of it's not a major thing. Well, it kind of is. They're showing these on the main map. Wait, no, that's normal. Never mind. I'm dumb. That's a normal thing. Then they've added in a little thing where you can temporarily hide nearby players around with quest NPCs or objects, so... Oh no, I can't click on it because there's 30,000 people standing on Alizé or something. You can turn this on, it'll hide nearby players when close to quest NPCs. And then, same thing, when you're interacting with them, they can hide all the players if you want around them. So you can see their actual like, movements. An additional option is also available to hide party members, so it doesn't hide party members initially, which is fine. I'm glad it doesn't. These options are only applicable to NPCs or objects with the quest icon. These options will not be applied to players that are targeted or force targeted. These options are not applicable to certain quests, which I'm not really sure what that means in the last one. Like, what point would it not be applicable to certain quests? Just something they haven't put into it, or... Well, I guess if they have the escort stuff, maybe. Maybe that's what they kind of mean. Now, quest objectives that require following an NPC will now utilize visual indicators to help players avoid detection. So, essentially, they've added in range, so you don't have to worry about it. They've added in a stealth circle and a conal view. Which is fine. It actually does help. It's like Metal Gear Solid stuff. Except, it's not on your mini-map. You can actually see it. Players can now select icons in the duty list to carry out quest objectives such as using emotes or opening the crafting log. So, essentially, you can click on a thing in the chat log now to actually just do it, versus having to go into your emote list, track down the emote, and do that. Right now, they're saying it's only applicable to 7.0 quests right now, so it should be applied to the rest of them within due time. And then let's see. Players may now adjust text auto advanced settings to apply only to voice dialogue. That one is a big one. That one is a big one. Yes. That way it can... Oh my god. We've needed that one forever. So now I can just leave auto advance on, and then I can have the ones where I read. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Hallelujah. Because there's been times when it's just like, okay, this is a voice dialogue that we'd have to go through, turn on auto advance, and let it do its thing. Then we forget to shut it off when we go to click on it again, and it's just like... It's like, I got none of that. What the heck? So that's nice. I don't understand this one. To help alleviate issues with missed inputs when completing quest objectives that require entering phrases with the chat mode and say, certain half-width and full-width characters will now be treated as the same character when timing. It'd be nice if we could just, like, click on the thing and just be, like, paste it in there so we don't have to, like... I know I'm freaking controller. That's a nightmare. That'd be nice for them to have that feature. Let's see. The category of certain allied society quests have been adjusted. Okay, so to give you an idea, this is involving the Beast Tribe quests. Now, I'm probably still gonna always call them Beast Tribe quests, because this is what they were when we started, and they've been that way up until Endwalker. So, it's gone from Beast Tribe quests to Tribal quests. And now Tribal quests is getting changed into Allied Society quests, which is a little bit wordy. I won't lie. So, it makes sense, but it's also like, what? And then, certain quest battles can no longer be undertaken using limited jobs. I wonder what ones they're talking about. Because that had to be done in response to something. It's the only thing I can think of. I can't think of anything that right off the top of my head that would warrant that to happen. Kind of sad, but hopefully it doesn't involve side quests. Because I like to do side quests on like a Blue Mage. Blue Mage is fun to do at like something like that. Alright, leaves. New tradecraft and fieldcraft leaves haven't had. Now, interesting side note is no tradecraft leaves or Fisher fieldcraft leaves allowing multiple turn-ins have been added. They've made note of this, so it's not going to start off with something you can just dump shit into. They want you to focus on the story. Which is kind of... I understand why they've done it on one way, and don't understand why they've done it on another way. You know, that type of thing. Experience points when rewarded when using a class at level 90 or above to complete a leave with a level requirement below 90 have been capped at 1,000. So, my understanding of this is at level 90, we'll still have like the last one to gain EXP off of. But once we hit 91, it goes to 1,000. That's my understanding of it. New fates have been added. The snake thing from the trailer. It still works about the same as it does currently at Endwalker. You fight the fates in the 7.0 areas. You get bicolor gemstones. Rinse and repeat. Use those gemstones, you can get stuff. Oof, shit. And then we're back to having to rank it up. We're going to have to go through... Oh, it looks like they increased it to 6. I'm fairly certain that's 2 of 6. Yeah, that's 6. Did they increase it by 1? Come on now, give me a break. I'm pretty sure Endwalkers was 5. Okay, well, I'm not able to check that, but I'm pretty sure Endwalkers was 5. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was 5. Alright, onward to the next bullet point. Step 1, not yawning. There. We'll continue here in a minute. I'm gonna go use the bathroom real fast, and I'll be right back, guys. back. Sorry about that. Had to go use the bathroom. Alright, so, let's see. So, yeah, I think it was initially 5, now they increased to 6. So, that scares me a little bit, I won't lie. But I'm definitely gonna be capping them. But it does show the fact that the first area that we are going to is Urkelpacha. So, the mountain region are made like, I think it might split off like Shadowbringers. But I'm pretty sure we're going to Urkelpacha. Huh, get the llamas. Oh yeah. But maximum store of bicolor gemstones has increased from 1,000 to 1,500, which is good. Nice. Love that. Fates that grant a bonus experience points to a bonus 2 experience points gained will now also grant a bonus to earn bicolor gemstones. That is awesome. That means previous fates will do the same thing too. So you kill off the dang oh, that's lovely. The game client will now respond more quickly when opening the shared fate window or changing between categories. Which makes me think they had a purposeful throttle on it to help process the data. So maybe they've got that worked out and actually a little bit more streamlined. And then, for all 3 expansions, 5, 6, and 7, Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and Dawntrail, the large-scale fates that take place at fixed locations will also appear on the map like regular fates. Thank you. That is lovely. So right now they've got, yeah. They've pretty much got them all. So the head to tail of the whole damn thing and a finale most formidable. Lovely. Devout Pilgrims versus Davada Pippa. An Omicron recall killing order. So that's lovely. I love the fact they do that. Hopefully they do that with the previous ones too. If they haven't already. Treasure Hunt 6.x, 7.x. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the treasure maps. So now we have Lobo skin treasure maps and Brock skin treasure maps. And then they've adjusted the rewards for the old maps. And then they've also stated that in 7.05, when they add in the treasure dungeon, it'll have a chance to spawn that. And the Excitotron 6000, the Shifting Gymnasium Aganon will now be level synced, adjusting the player levels to 90. Huh. Interesting. I don't think they've done that in previous ones. They might have, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they didn't. Interesting. I said just to play levels not okay, never mind. They'll be locked at 90 is what they're saying. Okay. Like my brain's like, we're gonna bump them up to current levels? But while it is current levels, today's the last day that is going to be the current level. Additional items will now be accepted for supply and provisioning missions. So, the newer stuff will be able to be turned in for EXP and FC seals. Which, by the way, if you're doing early access and you get on early enough, you should still be able to do the ones from the previous day and then have the reset around, like, I think it's like 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what the exact thing is. It's probably noon. noon Pacific. Something like that. So, yeah. Get on early enough, do that, and you should be able to enjoy some delicious early XP. So, there you go. They've added a Viper and pictometric symbol options to the company crest, the charge category of the company crest editor, so you can add those to your crest now. They've added in every time it hurts me. They've added in new craftable. Oh, by the way, I need to check that. That reminds me. New craftable items have been added to the company workshop, and that's the cottage, like a straight up cottage. Matter of fact, now I look at that thing, it looks like a Final Fantasy IX cottage. I recall seeing something similar like that in Final Fantasy IX, if I recall right. It looks very cottagey, but very similar to that. And then the painful thing for me. You can craft a housing set, like it's a. You can craft a, like, it's just essentially like an outdoor decoration thing for your house. So it's just like it's like a set of walls and whatnot. You can just decorate it in certain ways. The only way you're able to do a house in this game is by paying, like, in this case, winning a lottery and spending 3 million gil, roughly. So it's, yeah, it's just like you can make like a little set. You can just essentially change your house to look like this or something else that they have. The downside is you have to use a free company crafting thing in order to make these. So you need permission to use that type of stuff and the right parts, pretty much. Housing. They're pretty much changing all the housing, or at least for Dynamis. All worlds in the Dynamis data center. So Phantom, Sagittarius, Alpha, and Rhydon are having their wards actually set up to where, you know, certain wards can have free companies, certain wards can have both. And some can only have single, like, personal houses and then FC houses. Ward classifications for all other worlds will remain unchanged. Changes to ward classifications will have no effect on plots that have already been purchased. So, if you already bought a house in any of those, you're fine. And then they've added then pretty much, now you can bounce to your house as well. So, if you got somebody in your house that just, like, you don't want them in there, and they are refusing to leave, you can literally just be like, get the heck out and just do this now. And just boot them out of your house and they'll be banned from entering for 10 days. So, yeah. To bar a character from your property, you must first be on the state's grounds and have the requisite authority. Target the character you wish to bar and select Bar for Property in the subcommand menu. Then choose Register as Barred Character. They will be ejected from the estate grounds and moved to a housing area entrance. And then, pretty much, they'll be left on that list for 10 days. And anytime they try to enter your estate hall or garden, apparently, like, I don't know what they mean by garden. Did I talk about like the front yard? Anytime they try to enter your property for any reason, they'll get sent back to the entrance. No, the housing area entrance. So it just like, they try to go into your house and it's just like, nah, be gone. You go all the way back. Okay. To adjust these settings, select housing from the social menu, followed by estate settings, then estate holder rights. Authorization settings will differ according to the type of residence. So the free company master is the main rights holder and may appoint up to 4 free company members as secondary rights holders. Okay. Personal estate. The estate owner is the main right holder and may appoint up to 3 tenants as secondary right holders. Okay. And then if you got an apartment, then you know you only you. It should be noted that when secondary rights holders with the setting enabled are present on an estate, characters on their blacklist may also be denied access to the property. Which right holder's blacklist will be included to determine who is barred from the estate may be adjusted via the estate holder's rights window. That is a bit wordy, no lie. But essentially, yeah, it's like you can have 2 or 3 other people around, just be like, yeah. And just gotta like block people from going into your yard. Alright. After entering the lottery for an estate, viewing the placard of a different state, before confirming the results of your entry will now remind you of the estate address of the plot you bid on. So now, if you put a bid on a house, you didn't get it, or you got it, it'll tell you to go check it. Which is awesome. And now we got new housing furnishings. We got more Charlie and Grapes, which I love. Looks nice. I like the bookshelves and the actual like filing cabinets. Little plant looks like neon bars. And a couch. Look at dice, look at dice. Then you got this pool. I think it's a pool. Looks like a pool. Of sorts. A high-rise. And actually, that's pretty nice. That's like a little observatory tower. I might get that for the house if I can make it. An actual like little mini fence. And they've also added more many new furnishings inside too. Which at least looks like a new bed, a shelf, bunch of little stuff. Ugh, dang. And they've upgraded the crafting facilities to work up to the 90s now. Which, yeah, I guess. And then they've added a level 100 training dummy. Which is kind of Solution 9 inspired, surprisingly. Looks like a little bit both, actually. Obviously, new music, new expansion, new music. Heck yeah. And then we've also got new aquarium fish. And then we can also do garden sunflower seeds, apparently. Then they looks like that it's an emote. But. Oop, sorry. And the following additions have been made to Triple Triad. New cards, new NPC opponents. You can fight new areas and then all right, next. Okay, so with the release of the expansion, they have added in female Rothgar or Rothgals. Now the thing with this is you do not need Dawntrail to play as a female Rothgar. You only need Shadowbringers because Rothgar were initially introduced in Shadowbringers. This is the female version of the Rothgar. So you only need Shadowbringers. You don't need Dawntrail for this. This is just something that was added in Dawntrail. Now, currently, this is the last race that they're going to be. They have said that they're going to make. Which, 100% fair. The amount to doing a new race in this MMO is absurd. Because they have to make the race, they have to rig it and get it all set up right. Then they have to take all the previous gear and get it to work with that rig. And all the previous weapons and whatnot and get everything working right. And considering how old some of those rigs are, I can actually see them actually like being really hard to work with. Whew, shit. Sorry, everybody. But, yeah. Get some gum. Nom on some gum while we do this. And they've added a new hairstyle from the design contest. Which, honestly, I kind of like the hairstyle. Question is, how do you get it, though? That is truly the biggest question of them all. I love how you put it right there and it just looks like he's just standing. Like he's kind of standing a little bit. Like with his back toward you. Like full back. Makes him look a lot more beefy than what he actually is. I do think their hairstyle's nice though. Then they've added in the Viper bun from the trailer. Which, all good. They've added in Kryl. They've added in Kryl as a trust, and then they've increased the levels for the trust up to 100. And they've added duty support to the Dawntrail dungeons. So that's fine. Now this one reads weird, but here's the thing. Prizes available for exchange for Chloe's certificates essentially has been adjusted, so all of her rewards have been changed. Have been adjusted of some sort. Following duties have been added for objective as Wondrous Tales, but you, according to this, you'll have to be level 100 with at least one of your classes before these will start appearing in your Wondrous Tales. And then Minstrel Ballads, Endsinger's Aria, Storm Crown Extreme, Mount Ordalis Extreme, all the previous extremes. And then level 91 through 99 dungeons and level 100 dungeons, as per usual. And then they grouped all the old... They kind of went through and grouped all the old stuff together, essentially. Which... all is fine. They add more sightseeing points. New weather... new weather tellers. Then Island Sanctuary. When selecting a plus button on the Isleworks agenda interface, players can now set whether set agenda or supply and demand is the default window that opens. So, you can change what the default window is on that. That's nice. For the Isles Keep Index, select Sanctuary settings and default agenda settings under the Workshop tab. Okay. The Sanctuary Gathering log can now be opened via the Material Allocation window, which is nice. The Material Allocation window will now save sorting settings, also nice. When selling materials in bulk via the Enterprising Exporter, the quantity set may now be saved for future transactions. Nice. Alright. Battle System. Level cap for all disciples of war and magic have been raised to 100. This also includes crafters. They don't say it, but it also includes crafters. The Viper and Pictomancer jobs have been added. And we talked about this earlier. They're in Ul'dah, and you have to be 80. Viper's in Ul'dah, and Pictomancer is in... They've added those two jobs in. In accordance with the addition of these new jobs, gear for Viper and Pictomancer has been added to the reward for certain duties, and will now be sold by merchant NPCs. Please note, however, that Viper and Pictomancers cannot be used in the Hall of the Novice, nor can they receive first-time completion bonus from heists. So you can't use these two in old content. So, be what it be. Now, new job actions have been added. Now, they aren't saying what they are here. They have the launch trailer again for some reason. Instead of the job action trailer. I think it's a typo. Actions and traits have been added. Yep. The layout of the Blue Magic Spellbook interface has been adjusted. Okay. The following adjustments have been made to limit breaks. Monks will no longer change position when executing Final Heaven. And Dragoons will no longer change position when executing Dragon Song Dive. Fine. Love that. But yeah. So, neither one of those now will change when using our final LB3. Certain side effects granted by class and job actions will not be removed when changing areas or entering an instance duty. Not entirely sure what he means by that. So. So I'm not really sure what they mean by that one. The effect of certain monster and NPC actions have been adjusted. Okay. Armor bonus granted below level 90 has been increased from 50% to 100%. Which means leveling a job from 80 to 90 will go hilariously faster. And then it'll slow down hard. Okay. And then from there, from level 90 onward, the armory bonus is a 50% increase of EXP gained. Which is nice. In accordance with the increased level cap, the new world and preferred world character bonuses now apply to all jobs below level 89. At level 89 or below. There it goes. So pretty much if it's a preferred world or a new world, and they're giving you the EXP buff for it, it'll now last up to 89, pretty much. That's what they're saying. New enemies have been added. These guys. I see what your deal is. Cactar with multiple heads. Lizard Man. Giga Shad. Alright, start talking about the new dungeons. They've added an experience for the level 90 dungeons, trials, and raid. Okay, what's next? Oh. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to fight falling asleep. But, but yeah, you can gain EXP in the level 90 stuff now. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Um. Dang it. Ugh. I hate it when it does this. And I'll give. Will not have the echo and the abyssal fracture and the gilded array. And the EX for the abyssal. From looks of things. Uh, Alright. So what's next? I've temporarily disabled Unreal Trials right now. So if you want Fox leaves, the only place to get him is from buying him. Hmm. Ugh. Okay. Alright. We're gonna do something. Because I'm kind of dozing off here. Not good. Okay. Sorry. Kind of dozed off for a second. Kind of tired from work. And then they added more Echo. Expansion Stone Sea and Sky. And pretty much they just added a bunch of new stuff in for hunts. New tombstones, all of the usual jazz when starting a new one. But and the mount they show off previously is the PvP mount for this series. Same thing here. Season 11 will end for Crystalline Conflict and a preseason will begin. Nice. Now they added in the new gear. It's the tone gear right here, which got in between on. New recipes as well. They've added in the faceware options, which takes all those faceware accessory options and puts them in their own category. Excuse me. So, yeah. And that's pretty much the whole gist of caboodle of it. But yeah. I was going to continue on a little bit harder, but I am actually dozing off. It really sucks, but we're going to send you guys off to... we're just actually going to end today. But we'll go over this probably a bit more during the time when Dawntrail is also down. Because we'll have plenty of time then. I'll catch y'all later.